I hope your fall break was a good respite, regardless of whether you went somewhere or had a staycation in Shanghai. My wife and I went to New York City to visit our daughter Kelsey, who's a pediatric ICU nurse in Manhattan. It was wonderful to spend some time with her in her world. I remember when we moved Kelsey into her apartment in New York City. We flew into JFK Airport and stayed the night near Times Square. It was the beginning of August 3 years ago. I rented a Suburban, which is one of the largest SUVs available, and we drove to Philadelphia to pick up her college stuff. We went to IKEA and loaded her up with new furniture. Driving in Manhattan in a Suburban loaded to the top during rush hour was quite an experience. As we approached her apartment, we realized we needed a place to park to unload. Just as we got to the front of her building, a guy pulls out, and I parallel parked that monstrosity in a place that was only a foot or so to spare at each end. Honestly, it took me longer to park than it did to unload the vehicle. We hauled each box and bag to the 9th floor of her building. While it was exhausting work, it was a great feeling to get Kelsey settled and established. Little by little, that apartment has taken on her personality and character and become her home. Some of you may be dealing with that settling process here in Shanghai. Landing here is one thing, but it's not until your shipment arrives that you get a chance to make your new environment feel a little bit more like your own home. It's not an overnight process. It does take time, but once you are settled, it makes life a little easier in a foreign land. Others of you settled in Shanghai a long time ago in the physical sense, but in returning to a changed community in Shanghai, you find yourself unsettled because of changes in employment, friendship gaps, or graduated children. Now, you know I believe that we're all here for a reason. We may not know what it is, but our God is not surprised that each of us is in Shanghai right now. You're not here by accident. I'm not here by accident. There's a plan and a purpose for all of us and all of our children here and now in this magnificent city. Each of us has a part in what it means to be the Concordia community. We will all have different connecting points. The experiences you and your family have here, though, will change you and others you may know in a mighty way. Now, my daughter, she thought that she'd moved to New York City to be a nurse. Yes, she's done nursing, but she's also been given a gift to be a part of the stories of her patients, and their illnesses have caused each patient to be intertwined into her story as well. I've never seen my daughter more determined than this summer when she was on vacation with us in Southern California. She was on a mission to go to Disneyland to meet Mickey Mouse and have him give special wishes to one of her precious little patients. She got the picture of Mickey holding a sign for Carly and emailed it to Carly's mom, who was back home in Wisconsin with her sick daughter. A few weeks later, Carly's mom called Kelsey and told her that Carly had passed, but she'd been so excited by the picture of Mickey Mouse with her own special message. Kelsey's story got a little richer when it was layered with Carly's story. I'm glad that your story is a part of the Concordia story. Our story gets richer and sweeter with each family that remains and each family that becomes a part of the Concordia community. And remember, when it feels hard, you're not alone. We're in this together. Don't settle for less. Just settle with us. Until next time, SDG.